You're asking for more from life. You're asking for more from the universe. You might be at a place right now where things are feeling good, things are feeling better, you know? You have gone through a major shift. You have manifested a lot of the things that you were calling in, and you might not even realize that because you have your sights set on something else now. But you are manifesting peace. You are manifesting a stress free existence. You are manifesting, better health, um, more groundedness, clarity, freedom, right? And I feel like you're moving from this place now, and now you're asking for more. Okay, it's the card that came out, asking for more. You're like, all right, spirit, what's next? Um, you're asking for a life upgrade, and spirit is going to deliver. Okay, because you're moving from your heart, you're moving from your passion, you're moving from your inner fire, and it's an unlimited source within you, right? This renewable resource that you can tap into. And when you're moving from that place, things feel different. It's not forced. There's this ease to it, this flow to it, and it allows you to maneuver around obstacles that come up, okay? And I feel like part of those obstacles is just your own fear and your own limiting beliefs that you are working with and working on to shift that, to shift into the abundance mindset, to shift into your power, into your truth. And you can feel it when you're in your power, when you're moving from that place of trust and confidence, that you have faith in yourself. And that is the spell, that is the magic, right? It's that faith in yourself that is carrying you forward, that has carried you to this point right now. You got yourself here. So there's a need to recognize how far you've come and the work that you've put in to get here, even if you don't see it physically yet, or if it's not the kind of work that other people might value or that society can maybe tangibly see from the outside, but it's the inner work that you've done on yourself that is unmatched. And that is what's going to carry you farther because you took the time to sit with yourself, to sit with your feelings, to sit with your desires, and to make space for them and to say, I'm going to clear out everything from my life. It does not align with where I'm going, with who I am, with who I'm becoming, you know? So there's this clearing out of the clutter to make space, this blank slate for you to begin again. So there's a rebirth energy occurring right now. And that could mean that you're feeling very tired and, maybe out of sorts because when you're shifting, when you're transitioning into this new energy, it's like your system is going through this upgrade, this like software reset almost. So it's like you might need to shut down for a little bit and just rest, relax, kind of just almost do nothing. Like, don't just take your mind off of all of it. Let your body speak. Your body take control, okay? So the other card that came out is In the Arms of Grief. So with this Mercury retrograde that's happening and the full moon, um, I feel like it could be literally pulling out a lot of emotions from you. And that could be for this cleansing, part of this cleansing, in order to start this next phase. There's this like this release that's happening. And so it could be bringing out like just the any lingering residue from old wounds, okay? From past stories, past relationships as you enter this new phase. It's kind of bringing up these, you know, recent past experiences to be like, just for you to see them in a new light, for you to mull over them once more, but from this new energy, from this new empowered state, to kind of see things differently and to be like, okay, like I can finally let this go because it doesn't have the hold on me that it used to. It doesn't have this grip on me, you know? I'm free from the past. I'm free from these things that harmed me before. And I've shifted. So I'm not in that same place of attracting those experiences anymore, right? I'm asking for more. I'm attracting new things. And so there's this trust in yourself of like, I'm going somewhere new. I'm not going to repeat, you know, the mistakes of my past. And those mistakes were valuable, right? They taught me what I needed to know. They got me to where I am now. But I've learned the lesson. I've closed those chapters. I'm not repeating old cycles. So there's something very important about that, about knowing that you are closing doors to past versions of yourself, that there's a new version of yourself that's arriving, that has arrived, that's coming out of this cocoon, the butterfly, right? A change for the better. Okay. What is owed to you is coming to you. This is divine justice. This is your moment. Okay. And your radiance, your power is so uniquely yours and so uniquely touched by your experiences, right? It has a certain energy to it, a power to it, a significance that was gained through all the hard work, and the struggle and um, the ups and downs, right? It's like you were formed on that journey, going up and down the mountain, right? It's like it strengthened you, okay? It prepared you for this moment now, for this point that you're at now. But I feel like you're also letting go. You're like letting go of whatever you were carrying. And maybe I feel like you've already let go of the bulk of it, but there's just maybe a few more things that are like coming up. And maybe not even to just let go, but just to acknowledge like that there is love there, and there's this gratitude almost for what you went through, because it taught you so much, because those lessons shaped you and formed you and helped you to level up, helped you to say, you know what, I want more. I want more, you know, I deserve more. So it was like a catalyst, right, to this shift, to transforming into this current version of yourself who is just like amazing. Like you are going to be in awe of yourself, okay? In awe of life, in awe of what the universe has up their sleeve, has waiting for you, okay? So the other card that came out is comfort zone. So, oh, yeah, I feel like you're moving out of your comfort zone now. And it might even be surprising to you how easy it feels because you've shifted, because you're coming from this place of confidence. It doesn't feel like such a there's less resistance. There's less resistance when you move out of your comfort zone. It just feels right. It feels natural because this is who you always have been. It's just been there's been blocks in the way, right? So now without those blocks, without those external energies or those fears or old patterns, right? There's it's like you're able to fly. You're able to move easily into this new zone, okay? Because you have this trust in yourself, because you have this love for yourself, you're not really worried so much about how others are going to perceive you. You're just doing it because you love it, right? You're being driven by your passion right now, this inner spark. So you're not really concerned about what others will think. It's more like, well, this is what I think. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to try. This is what's lighting me up. And that's how you're navigating. That's what your compass is, right? And that's why it's like success is inevitable because you're doing what's meant for you, you know? You're showing up for yourself. You're moving in your own timing at your own pace. Okay? Whatever fears are trying to like latch onto you, you're breaking free of that because you know this is a new chapter for you and you finally feel like it's possible. Like in the past it might not have felt it might have felt out of reach. But this new version of you is has leveled up, okay? But it's because of the work that you've done on yourself to feel worthy of all of this beauty and abundance and magic and love that's coming in. Okay, I just shuffled the cards again from this little oracle deck that I made. We got a few cards jumping out. So the first one that came out is Flow with Change. And this came out last night in the full moon reading that I did. So the change has already occurred, right? And now it's just asking you to lean into it. Let it take you to this new place, to these new horizons. Let it carry you. It's like everything that you want is on the other side of fear, right? So observe, don't attach. Okay? So it's like you're letting feelings come up and flow through you. You're not attaching to them. You're not letting them kind of get stuck. It's like the fear comes through, you hear it, you feel it, and you let it go. Or you transform it into something else. You're like, yeah, I know, but I trust. I'm choosing trust instead. I'm choosing trust over fear. Okay. I'm choosing faith over doubt. I'm choosing confidence in myself. I know I can get myself where I want to go, right? You have this determination and it's like this willpower, okay? This solar plexus chakra is like illuminated at this right now and like there's something growing inside you. Okay, I have my strawberry shirt on and it's the strawberry full moon right now and so there's something ripening. There's something um blooming and like it's right strawberries are this bright red, this juiciness. Like there's something that you're not going to be able to miss. It's just it's there for the taking. It's there for you. Okay, so you're not going to let anything stop you from grabbing that fruit, from enjoying that harvest. Like you've done the work to get here, and now all you have to do is lie back and enjoy your strawberries. You know what I mean? This could be literal. You could buy some strawberries and really just enjoy the summer fruit and but there's also something hydrating about that, right? Because it's hot, when we have these nourishing fruits. So I feel like you've nourished your system. Um, like you're at a place where you're able to hold these blessings now because your body has recovered from all of this past pain, you know, that you're ready to begin again. Your heart has healed. Your spirit has um, strengthened. So you're ready for more. Okay. You're moving with intention, which is beautiful. You're conscious of how you're moving, of what you're calling in, of what you're spending your energy and time on, of what you want to call in to your life. Okay. You might be seeing relationships blossom and deepen. Um, New opportunities falling into your lap. I also got meandering, which I love. So there's this sense of like wandering, of letting yourself move with your intuition, follow your intuition, go where you're being drawn, spend time meandering through space. You know, it's not a straight line, right? Healing's not a straight line, grief is not a straight line, life is not a straight line, right? It's a curving journey. Okay. So when you flow, when you don't resist, it feels a lot less bumpy, right? Because you're just going with the flow. Okay. The other card that came out is Sing Off Key. I love this card. It's like you're letting go of perfection. You're letting go of fear of judgment or, you know, feeling like you need to be perfect or you need to know everything or you need to be an expert. You're like, I'm just going to sing because I like to sing, you know? Who cares if my voice cracks? Who cares if, I get the melody wrong or I mess up the words? Like you're just like, I'm singing because that's what's moving through me. That's what's feels true to me. I'm not no longer holding myself back because I'm afraid of what I'll sound like, right? There's this freedom that you're exuding, that you're carrying, and it's felt through you, and you might not even realize how much work you've done, how much internal work you've done. Like the shift has already occurred because just by singing off key, you're breaking the stereotype, you're breaking the hold that the world has on you of like having this perfect image, of having this certain outward appearance, or having to make it seem like you have it all together, or that like perfection is the goal. Perfection's not the goal, right? Authenticity is the goal. You want to show up in your truth. You don't want to show up in a way that is not true to you, that is false, that is hiding some sort of aspect of yourself, because that doesn't feel good. So it's not only that you're showing up, it's the way that you're showing up. You're allowing yourself to be seen in totality, in your wholeness, because you embrace all sides of you. You embrace your shadow just as much as your light. So there's no shame there. There's no need to hide because you love all sides of yourself and you're human and you recognize that this is human and normal and natural to feel this way and to be all of these things and to be complex and to be, you know, paradoxical and, to not make sense sometimes. And you want to be nonsensical. You want to, you're like tired of kind of living in this cookie cutter world of needing to do things a certain way or needing to show up a certain way or needing to placate others and not rub people the wrong way, right? And you're like, fuck it. I'm going to show up as I am and I don't really care if it triggers people because those triggers are going to help them to heal, right? So, but also you're living for yourself now. You're no longer dimming your light and you're finally seeing yourself in your full power because you're like, wow, this is who's been under the surface this whole time. This is who's been wanting to come out. And now you're finally giving yourself the light of day, the time of day to show up, to show out, to be your full self out in the world. And it feels so freeing. And it's going to free others, okay, who are witnessing you to be able to do the same in their lives, okay? So you're creating this safety in the world. You're creating this new frequency that interrupts and disrupts the, status quo. Because the status quo is this false perfection, right? This erasure of the darkness, of emotions, of intuition, right? And you're bringing those back online, but you're bringing it out in an integrated way. So just know that the work you're doing is truly very powerful, okay? And in whatever way that shows up for you, like in whatever way you move through the world, in whatever way that you create, in whatever way you break the rules, it is felt, it is needed, and Know that you're not alone, okay? And that there is a lot of us out here doing this work. And as we continue to do this, we continue to build a community of like minded, kindred souls who can see each other, can witness each other because they have their eyes open, When you see all of yourself, you can see all of others. And when you meet people on that level, it's like, it's liberating because you're no longer having to hide. You're feeling truly seen. You can only feel truly seen when you come out of hiding, right? It's like the full moon last night, completely illuminated and and you know, filling the night sky with light. So it's letting go of the fear of standing out because you were born to stand out. You were meant to stand out. And there's something beautiful about that. So continue to take up space, continue to move with intention, to ask for more, and know that it is on its way to you and may have already arrived in your environment. So observe what's around you. Okay, pay attention and let yourself feel whatever is coming up because it's all part of this shift right now. Um, and the more you can allow yourself to flow and be gentle with yourself through this transition, the smoother it will be. So, yeah, I think that's the message for right now. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for allowing me to read for you. Get some rest. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.